me see.
This is so bonkers. No, it's not showing live. This is so weird.
Bro, they got to us.
Shut it down.
They shut it down.
They shut it down.
Oh, Greg made a different restream. Should we join him? Let's join him.
Yeah, let's join him. Okay. All right, let's bust out.
Okay, so I don't know what happened. This is so confusing, man. Is this live? Okay, it is live. Yeah, hold on. Let me invite the lads. Bro, that is a little scary. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, we got one back.
We got a mole in our chat.
There's a mole in there. I think there's something going on. This is.
It's the meme, dude. Literally got the meme of the Fed behind the keyboard.
So there's my federal agent is watching me clearly. Because that hasn't happened to us before. So
I'm not one to believe in coincidences, so that's definitely strange. So I was like, I know my internet's garbage, but what the hell's going on? I can still like look.
No, it can't be you because Snows was the one that was hosting it.
And mine was fine the whole time. I had zero. Oh man, you know what? I can't wait to travel in October because we were talking about how they had a screenshot of your most viral tweet. You know what my most viral tweet is?
That wasn't my most
viral tweet.
But it was one of my most viral.
Well, my most viral tweet was glazing China, so that's gonna be fun. Actually, wait, I'm going to Cuba.
No, wasn't it the one that you made about the fake news article, like the woman who can't even right now?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good one too. Yeah, it's like
sure
Palestinians are dying, but have you thought about a Jewish woman who can't even right now? And there were so many Zionists in the comments just taking it completely seriously, and I'm like, this is why everybody hates you. I don't have anything else to say here.
So what would you give the percent chances that A, it's a coincidence, or B, a federal agent just cut our stream?
I mean, I don't believe in coincidences.
So I think it's like 40-60.
I'd say it's probably about 40-60.
You know,
oh my god! Oh my god!
You know, we know that they get paid to do this shit. So
okay,
some fucking bottom tier fucking federal agent, they're like, yo, look at this sucker with 400 subscribers. You're getting paid $90K either way. Knock yourself out. And
for anyone who's just tuning back in now, or just tuning in now, I was just going through my story of being stopped by the FBI and being questioned by the FBI at the airport yesterday.
and then the internet cut. Our stream cut.
Yeah. Dude, that's not even the first time I've seen that happen to someone when they're talking about an experience they had with like security or like feds of some kind, and then the stream just poops out. This isn't even the first time I've seen
I
this.
wonder,
And
maybe is the Rumble stream still going? Like maybe
Yeah, no,
there's
everything's back up again. So like, I mean, I don't know what that was. Again,
maybe it's the
you know,
YouTube algorithm. They're like,
I
oh,
guess
they're talking
like-
about their experiences with Fed. Shut it down.
to continue that conversation again, I can't get into too much detail for legal reasons. I was looking for a lawyer, and there's a fucking Mike Pompeo's on this. Fucking...
What a joke,
So-
man.
So
what are the odds that that's the first one?
Yeah, I know.
It
What
was
are
like-
the odds?
it
Like
was
the
like
first
this-
Wait, am I
five all
in?
have
Is this
freaking-
working?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
You're in. It's working.
So I just want to like I wanted to evolve this into a larger conversation about how the technocratic state has your information regardless of how popular you are on the internet. Because regardless of and I love everyone who follows me. I love everyone. I love our
But
audience.
if you want to unfollow him and follow me, it's totally okay.
Or if you want to unfollow Hina and you want to follow me, that's
No
also
one
okay.
is going to do that. No one is going to.
Or if everybody just
Get
wants
out
to follow
there.
me, that would be ideal. So.
Or if you just want to unfollow everyone else and just follow me, that's okay too.
Or if
whatever you
you
wanna
want to unfollow everybody and just follow Mike Pompeo.
Whatever, yeah. Or follow Mike Pompeo. Subscribe to Prolepilled, and you get all of us at once. So
He knows more about us than we know about ourselves, so that's actually probably a good idea.
At this point, it's true for Greg.
no, I mean, there's definitely. I mean, I was literally questioned by FBI agents, so there's literally an FBI profile on me.
Oh
going back
man.
to at least April 2020.
So I wonder about that because
So
when you got
these FBI agents literally pulled out a piece of paper, like a printed paper, and it's just like it's like a half screen screenshot of my profile and my bio, and then like right below it is that tweet, which went viral, has 15 million views, and it's the Karen or whatever. And so like that would mean that the FBI has had a file on me in particular, and I wouldn't consider myself, and I am being modest. I don't even think that's being modest. I'm not I do not have this massive influence like people like Hassan Piker or Haz Alden or whatever, like who do get stopped or Richard Medhurst or Derek Bros, who do get stopped and questioned by FBI agents at airports when traveling. I do not consider myself to have the same level of influence as these high-profile individuals. So it was very strange to me as a person who, doesn't consider myself to have that big of a following. Maybe I do have a little bit of a following, and I appreciate those who do, but I wouldn't consider myself a candidate for having an FBI profile. But I mean, if we're being honest, it is kind of like a pat on the back. It's like, hey,
I was gonna say it's fine that the FBI standards are bottom
Honestly,
barrel, but
like honestly, if you're doing any sort of dissident media, or if you're like involved in this business, or you're speaking out on the internet at all, and you're like speaking truth to power in any sort of way whatsoever, and you're not on an FBI watch list, you're probably doing something wrong.
you're not trying hard enough.
You're not trying hard enough. Dude, get on my level.
Just start posting memes. Like
Get
give me
on
a
my
program.
level and start traveling to airports where you get stopped by the FBI. That's where I'm at.
we're not anti-empire until you pull a crab, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I mean exactly.
Yeah.
You should.
That's
real.
the threshold. That's the
You're
threshold.
not truly a dissident until you've been stopped and questioned by the FBI.
But do you think because you were
Which I
flying in
consider an
Apple-
accomplishment. I really think it's an accomplishment
Like
of mine.
thanks guys, that really boosted my
This
ego
is
today.
something- this is
Crab,
something-
I was
Crab
having a
updated
really
his
bad
LinkedIn
day.
profile the very
But
next
this is
day.
something I can tell my kids one day. This is something I've told like very few
your kids one day you're gonna pull up the file that the FBI had on you. Hey guys, I want to show you something.
Hey kids, gather around the campfire. Listen, this was the day I got stopped and questioned by the FBI.
So, Dad, what was your life like before you united the proletariat Well,
and brought
Well-
communism to the United States.
well, this is what
They
acted.
tried
This
so
is
hard.
this is what really inspired me to start handing out pamphlets on the street, son. It was when I got stopped at the airport.
The reason I'm not getting into too much detail is because I am still a little spooked by it. I'm not that spooked because there's no charges against me, and I'm not, a criminal or.
But he didn't do anything in the first place, so there's nothing.
I
about
never
that.
did
We're just
anything
asking
in the
questions.
first place, so they don't. There's nothing they can do to me, and so they're using intimidation tactics on me and trying to connect me to people that I have no connection to.
Crab
That's
and I have like exactly opposite ends of the spectrum issues because I keep getting pulled into like fascist hate groups or no pro-fascist groups on Twitter. That's my issue right now. So
Weird.
They're
It's so weird.
no, they were trying to tie me into like other people that I don't have a connection to. So that's basically the rundown. That's like the most I can say, I think, without like exposing myself. Because God forbid, the FBI is probably watching this right now. The rest of you are probably on a watch list as well now.
if the FBI is watching this right now, I don't think my taxpayer money is being utilized wisely. Why don't we start with that?
They literally just cut our stream. There's like a 50% chance they literally just cut our stream. So the FBI is watching. I just want to say fuck you, and come to my house. I'm not going to answer anything without my lawyer. So,
Your lawyer, Mike Pompeo.
Yeah.
yeah, the
Yeah,
lawyer,
instead,
the
yeah.
Pompeo lawyer. This is what I'm talking about. So, I want
He brings it back.
no, but this is really concerning because like even if you were like, let's say like you had a serious federal charge against you,
It's going right into the CIA's hands.
God forbid you
Yeah.
were in some actual deep shit. You know who's representing you? Former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. That's one of the people. That's one of like this is just this is a warning to everyone who like happens to be involved in like sort of any sort of like defense criminal defense law.
This is a warning for anyone who has more than 5,000 followers on X.
So like really make sure to go on the team tab of every single lawyer that law firm that you call, because you might have a former CIA agent on it, and
Also,
you might be just telling all of your information to.
You
But
might have one of the most
CIA
prominent CIA agents in it.
And this is a lesson to everyone who thinks like you may not have to be a large public influencer or like have like this like huge audience in order to actually get stopped by the FBI. And that's where we're at in this technocratic fascist state, is that we're now every day which I consider myself more so of like a regular everyday citizen as opposed to a public influencer.
And he is, because Greg didn't do
Still
anything.
get stopped
He's
by
not
the
a-
FBI. You will still get stopped and you will still get questioned by the FBI, even if you have a tad bit of sort of like dissident views or whatever that may be. So
I do want to throw in there that if I hit 3,200 subscribers tonight, I will consider myself a micro influencer on Twitter.
okay, that's where I was at when they were.
there you go.
That's the profile screenshot they had of me back in April of last year is when I had 3,200 followers. So maybe
And if Mike Pompeo wants to do brand deals, I have bills.
that
so.
could
Mike Pompeo brand deals.
Tina's ready to sell out immediately.
that could potentially be the benchmark of being like on the FBI watch list, is hitting 3,200. So that's I was
I'm
around there.
underneath that threshold, so I'm okay. I'm a nobody apparently.
Again, like the FBI literally took out a picture, like a printed screenshot of my Twitter profile and showed it to me. And they're like, "This is you, right?" I'm like,
And
"Yeah."
you said, yes, that's me. Like a good little.
I mean, I only answered,
So
I only
what you're saying is all of our profile pictures should be AI, so we can't be recognized.
all I'm saying is if you're
We
on
should all make it that picture of Mike Pompeo just to
if you're on
fuck with
Twitter,
him.
I would put a
We should
Can
all
we
use
do
Greg
that?
since
Can
he's
all
already on a
four of
list.
us do that tonight?
I would put as little information as possible on your profile, because at that time I was Greg versus Crabitalism. Now I'm just Mad Crab. But I would, if you're on Twitter, put as little information about your your personal information on there as possible. Just
But I
don't.
mean, if you got a blue check, they already have your information anyway.
Yeah, I mean, and so like that's
Yeah, they do.
That's again like part of like a broader conversation about like how like even the UK has passed laws where like they now require facial identity and like facial identification in order to go on these platforms, similar to like remember that T app that like are we dating the same guy kind of app.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So like you know how that got leaked and like all those people's like why would you send your license to a fucking app that just started like 2 hours ago? How
Was
is
that new? I thought it was around for a while.
No, it's only been around for like a week.
Oh,
But like as soon as it came out, people were uploading pictures of their license to this random fucking app that they have no idea who's operating it. So like
Real talk, that shit.
This is the
that
problem.
Shit's a honeypot. That's a honeypot.
Is that like your social media profile or whatever app you choose to go on and you're identifying yourself on there is basically just a self-report to the FBI and all these federal agencies because they have you. They're on your ass. They're on me. Why are they on me? I have no idea, but they're fucking on me.
Well, because they're using AI now, so they can integrate this.
And Palantir has consolidated all this information into a single database, so it's very easy to access.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You don't have to be, because this is the thing, right? Before they had to focus. Oh, there's my logo. Thanks, buddy. Before they had to focus.
Okay, it's confirmed he's FBI. That doesn't make any sense right now.
I am an FBI.
It doesn't. Yeah.
When Snow has to take a break, I'll say Hina Lotus.
Yeah. But so
I'm spooked.
The reason
I'm going to be honest, I'm spooked.
We should all be spooked.
But I did have.
That's the point. Is to spook you.
These guys here kind of encouraged me to speak about it because it makes me look cooler. So I would. And
then we got cut off in the middle of the stream. So now
And then we got cut off in the middle of the stream, which makes me look even cooler. So I mean, like that's just, I'm a federal criminal now, apparently.
Enemy of the state.
You are definitely an enemy of the state.
I am a Blink-182 album, like the best one that they have because
that was the best album by far.
No, honestly, Blink-182 sucks. Like everything else sucks besides that album.
Well, what's his name was found out to be a Mason, right? One of the lead singer or something.
What's his fucking name again?
I can't think of his name right now. Like it's been so long since I've listened to that crap. But
Tom
yeah.
Tom
anyway,
DeLonge.
He's a Freemason, yeah, and he's the guy who's like into like UFOs and aliens and shit. So like he's been on Joe Rogan where he talks about like all this like occult, fucking like really weird shit. And he's a confirmed free. Like he like literally tells himself that like I was a Freemason and I was like very much into it.
Oh yeah, try to go ahead and like our second stream because the first one got fucked by the feds. If we disappear again, just assume that we're at a black site somewhere.
Again,
we're already back at the vans.
We're already in El Salvador.
I'm not
I need to go hang out with that Albanian girl.
Greg did not kill himself.
I did not kill myself. I honestly like if it really came down to it, I'm just gonna escape back to. I'll go to like the Netherlands or something. I'll go to like Poland. I don't give a fuck.
Switzerland's
pretty nice. I don't give a fuck. I like if it really came down to it, I'm just getting out of here.
Where would I go? I don't know. Qatar?
Are you a dual citizen?
No.
Okay, get citizenship. Do you have? Or is it possible? Can you get sponsored for like Pakistani citizenship or anything?
No, because I researched it. You have to have.
Your parents are from there.
My dad was from there, but I'm an orphan, and I think they have to be alive. So I don't have grandparents. Yeah, I don't have parents or grandparents that are alive.
You're not blood connected to Pakistan?
No, I am blood connected. It's just both of my parents passed away like while I was
She doesn't have a connection.
Yeah, right. Like they both passed away. Like yeah.
Do you have grandparents that are still around?
Nope. So yeah, you have to have parents or grandparents that are alive to be able to be a dual citizen of Pakistan. And then I wouldn't want to be a dual citizen of India. I think that's a downgrade.
You're like, I'll take my
I'm
chances.
I'll take my chances in the US. I'm not really looking to meet Modi or anything. So there's that.
No, don't go to India.
No, I'm
Probably,
good.
you'll get like gang. Probably
Oh
should.
my
I was
god.
That's a little.
Getting raped over there, but like that's India. That's the nature of India. That's India. I hate India. Kick India out of bricks. I'm sorry.
I legitimately don't know why they put up with him. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it at all. But anyway, since we're talking about how Orwellian and dystopian society's gotten, Alexander C. Karp, who is the CEO of Palantir, gave a letter to his shareholders this week. So I wanted to go over that because it's I mean, there's normal shareholder letters, and then there's this. So this is the Q2 2025. It's like a quarterly. It's amazing. Q2 2025 letter to shareholders. I'm going to make this text bigger because it looks tiny. There we go. He starts it off. Okay, he starts it off by quoting himself, I guess. What?
That's what happens when you have more than 5,300 followers. You start quoting yourself.
I didn't even notice that the first time I read that. And then just, is that a one or an I? I don't know at this point. That could just be like I. Anyway.
So he thinks it's some profound thing.
Quoting Black Sabbath. This is still only the beginning of something much larger and we believe even more significant. Our overall business generated more than $1 billion in revenue for the second quarter of the year. Wonder why that is, bud. A stunning 48%. A stunning 48% increase over the same period the year before, as we reach an annual run rate of more than $4 billion.
They make it sound like that's some magic thing, like they worked their asses off. All they got were non-compete government contracts. Like it was just layup after layup for them. Anyway.
Well, yeah, that's what happens when you essentially get Peter Thiel into the White House, but we know that. This is a really good part. This is a very normal shareholder letter. Are you guys ready for this very normal shareholder letter?
Yeah, but post what Scroogle just put that in the main screen. Because that was like kind of something I was going to kind of say earlier. Yeah, he's absolutely right about this.
Am I being detained? Am I free to leave? If no, leave immediately. If yes, invoke your Fifth Amendment right and ask for counsel lawyer. Yes.
Yeah, no,
I would add, I don't answer questions without my lawyer present.
The only reason I didn't do that is because A, they had my passport. B, I didn't know if I was being detained or not. And they didn't tell me this until 5 questions, at least like 5 or 6 questions deep. Then they were like, "Oh, you don't have to answer any of this."
Maybe we should remind this guy that, he can just leave.
Doesn't that seem illegal? Like when you're being questioned by the FBI and they don't like tell you your Fifth Amendment.
That's part of the game. That's part of the game. Because once you're detained, you can say I have a right to a lawyer, but you always have a right. So
I was not fully aware that I was being detained or not until.
I don't think you were detained, because if you were detained,
no, I was never being detained. I mean that, but I didn't.
They were just having a friendly conversation with you.
I was all I wanted was my passport, and I wanted to go home, and so I answered maybe like 6 questions that were basically just straight no's, and then they gave me my passport back. I'm like, I gotta get out of here. My sister's calling me. You know, I'm tired. I just want to go home. I'm just like, I'm not. I don't know anything about this. And then they let me go. They gave me my passport back, and Yeah, it was scary. It was scary, and I'm still a little spooked by it, so I'm not going to speak too much on it. But again, exactly, no self-snitching. I'm not going to say anything, but
Because
I
there's
will
nothing to
say
say.
that I've never committed a crime. I've never committed a federal crime, and I am not guilty of anything. That's why they haven't pressed charges, and that's why they haven't. That's why they let me go, because they have nothing on me.
They
because
just wanted to scare you.
They have. I literally have I can't. I really don't understand like what I could have done. But
What just happened?
hold on.
The Fed's still screwing with our shit.
That was definitely me. But I'm
Yeah,
just
that was you.
experimenting a little bit. Hold on.
What did you do?
Hold on.
No,
Oh,
not hold on.
there we go.
Okay.
I like this more.
Why am I always at the bottom? I'd like to be at the top one day.
You could be at the top.
Hey, one of these days you might just get there.
Yeah, you might get 5,000
Based on how many followers we have, apparently.
You might get. You're at the top now. Congratulations. Now Snow's at the bottom.
That's perfect. I like being a Nope, not gonna say that. But yeah, this is let's continue with this very normal stakeholder letter.
Like I didn't think this would happen under like the Trump administration, but like it is.
Oh, I did. Oh, I did.
But like okay, but like I had like an inkling of like hope, believing that like there was some sort of like anything really with this administration regarding freedom of travel, freedom of speech, but no, we're just getting I would argue like almost a worse Biden administration, because like it's
objectively worse now. Like,
Yeah,
but that's the thing. It always just
building
gets
upon
worse.
itself.
because even with Biden, like Biden at least like the problem is that with Biden we had like all the liberals kind of like coalesce around him, and like liberals are such huge like I won't stop talking about this. Like the liberals are such huge gigantic pussies. They cannot criticize their own party whatsoever. I am at least, and like I'm not saying that there's no MAGA diehards out there, because there are, like Cat Turd, who are like, oh, or Alex Jones, who are like, oh no, that Trump's on the Epstein files. What are you talking about? and so it's like at least some conservatives are willing to criticize their own party. At least MAGA is. Some of them are. Now, I'm not saying all of them. Liberals are pretty much like a diehard cult from what I've seen in the last the last decade. I've seen plenty of liberals like die for their party, like die on like the worst hills possible. But MAGA is at least like, especially after the Epstein files debacle, they're at least willing to criticize their own base.
I don't know if I can agree with that, because when I'm in Tampa and I'm driving towards Brandon, there's this giant flag, huge, like bigger than American flags, and it says like Trump, Jesus, and family. No, I'll take a picture of it. We'll put it on the show. So I don't know. The love for Trump is
I'm
really
not
hard.
saying that there's no MAGA diehards down there, especially
They put him on the level of Jesus.
If you live in MAGA city, like in a bunch of conservative states like Florida or Texas or whatever it is, like you're gonna have some MAGA diehards. Like I know plenty of people like that. I'm saying that there's like at least
100.
At least the MAGA has like a very small segment, and I'm not saying it's a lot of people, but they have a very small segment who are somewhat critical of their own party, and that's not. That from what I've observed over the last decade, since at least 2016 of being like paying attention to politics, that liberals just don't have that. They're more of a hive mind than conservatives are, and that's not an endorsement of Republicans or conservatives. Like I endorse independence in every way what's possible.
We don't endorse anyone but Mike Pompeo. We get it.
No, I don't even endorse Mike. I mean, unless you're looking for law counsel. If you're looking for law counsel, you can go to Mike Pompeo. But like I said, I mean,
So yeah, okay, fine. I'll give the correct take here. So the reality is there is no actual difference. There's very little difference personality wise between people who like kind of like lean into MAGA or they lean into blue MAGA. Realistically, if you really think about it, these are all just fucking liberals. They're all just liberals. Like they're just people who got affected by different propaganda. And if you think about it, it's not really even that dissimilar propaganda. The main things they just run on is like this administration doing bad stuff. I will not do bad stuff. Vote for me. And then they vote for them, and then they do all the bad stuff. Because people really don't realize how much like terrible right-wing shit the Biden administration did. Just like horrible, like I'm gonna delete every progressive policy ever. Like your Social Security can get garnished. No, that flew under everyone's radar, but Biden did that. And then Trump's like, I'll end all the wars. I'll end all these bad wars. What's going on right now? Well, we got the war in Ukraine still going. We got a fucking genocide, so that's cool. He bombed Iran. They're already talking about the China stuff, although I think secretly they may not want that smoke. I'll die on that hill. But
They don't want that
Thailand
smoke.
and Cambodia still going on? I haven't been tracking that.
no, they have like a fake ceasefire, but like they're
Okay.
they're all fake
It's the same thing with India and Pakistan. They're like Trump like claims to have a ceasefire that like doesn't exist and is brokered by a totally different country, and then he takes credit for ending a war, quote unquote.
He
And
just
then
really wants that Nobel Peace Prize.
someone violates a ceasefire, then they just keep on going. Like they keep on like firing pot shots at each other. So
yeah,
Thailand and Cambodia it was violated immediately. That ceasefire was not from the United States; it was from Malaysia. And Trump takes the credit, and then he says he goes off, and he even his press secretary is going off like, "We're ending one war a month. We're at one war a month." That's the side that you're getting.
Okay. I'm gonna get through this.
Let's get to the Palantir stuff because again, this is a warning to everyone who is any sort of dissident whatsoever. You do not have to have a large public following in order to have the feds on your ass. Because I have a confirmed FBI profile on me. They showed me my Twitter profile like on paper out of a big folder, and they literally questioned me at Newark Airport, New Jersey. So like, I am literally being targeted by the FBI. I don't know why, but this is the reality. You live in a technocratic fascist state where they have facial screenings, they have all of your identification, and you're willingly giving all this up by participating in the system, by uploading your IDs to things like the T app, which I was like briefly talking about before, where it got leaked immediately. All these pictures of all these like women who are like, gossiping about men or whatever. I don't give a shit. It's the fact that like this app existed for 2 hours, and then these women were taking pictures of their photo ID willingly to a company they had no idea whether or not they were compromised or not.
Then it all got leaked like a week later.
And then it all got leaked immediately, and like that, like you, like that is on you to understand that, like when you're willingly giving your information to these private corporations, you are participating in this system of which they have all of your information. They can get anything they want from you, and you're basically doing a public self-report for all of this. No, that's the reality. That's what we're living in now, and people don't understand this. You do not have to be a large public influence in order to get fucked by the FBI, because it happened to me. It happened to me, guys, and like I don't consider myself like a large public influencer. So if it can happen to me, I guarantee it will happen to you. I guarantee you that everyone on this panel now has an FBI watch list on them. I guarantee you, probably some people in this chat probably has an FBI watch list on them.
Congratulations, guys! By the way,
Just honestly, if
Badge of honor.
If it makes any difference, give yourself a pat on the back, because really, if you're any sort of political dissident and you're against the system in any sort of way, you have an FBI watch list on you, and that means you're doing something right. So
I'm gonna try to get back to the Palantir stuff for the second time.
do it.
And this is why they have all your information, because the Trump administration.
Okay. Okay.
Trump administration just collected.
It's fine. I had a hard stop in 2 minutes.
No.
It's all good,
I'm
man.
trying to
This
connect.
episode is going to be retitled Crab's
I'm really
Therapy
trying my best.
Session.
I'm trying to have a smooth flow here. So
Crab's trauma dump.
but they what they do is now that the Trump administration has consolidated all of your information throughout all of the different federal agencies, that includes law enforcement, immigration, or whatever, it's all consolidated with Palantir. And Palantir consolidates all this information, is collecting a giant profile database on you.
It's a great segue. Take it away.
I'm trying to make it a segue.
Well, now I'm hugging my kitty, so too bad. No, okay,
That's on a list,
can I?
too.
Yeah, the cat just got on a list. Okay,
They
am I
now
gonna-
have, like immediate snapshot? They're building a profile with his
You're
Crab
all,
is now muted. Crab
all
is
of you
muted.
are-
Did you know your cat has a Twitter account?
all of you are on a list.
Okay, I'm just gonna try for number 4. So again, this was him talking to a shareholder. So this is just like, this is public. Everybody can watch. Everybody can read this. The growth rate of our business has accelerated radically after years of investment on our part and derision by some. The skeptics are admittedly fewer now, having been defanged and bent into some kind of submission.
Wait, he actually said it. He actually said it.
They're just open. They're just like, yeah. Yet we see no reason to pause, to relent here. It has been a steep and upward climb. M dash. He wrote this with AI.
He wrote it with AI.
M dash every time. He wrote it with AI to prove a point. He's like, you better get used to those fucking
That's the
M-dashes.
dog whistle to make sure see who's paying attention.
Yeah. You better get used to those M dashes, because they are coming for not only your jobs, but also your blood and your souls.
It's really disappointing because as somebody who's a big fan of the M dash, I hate ChatGPT for co-opting it.
I hate that too, because now I can't use the M dash, because now I'm going to
Gotta
think
go back
anytime
to
I
the
use
Oxford. You know what though? Go back to the Oxford commas. That's how you know that you don't use ChatGPT. I've been doing it.
ChatGPT
Semicolons.
No, it makes me want to go into an Oxford coma. This fucking AI shit. That was, you know what?
That was
Goddamn.
really good.
That was a great
really
dad
good.
joke right there.
Ooh, what's up now? An ascent that is a reflection of the remarkable confluence of the arrival of language models. Guys, just have the Imperial theme from Star Wars playing in your head as I read this. The chips necessary to power them, and our software infrastructure, one that allows organizations to tether the power of artificial intelligence to objects and relationships in the real world.
Yeah, see, he's admitting it. We're on a list because Greg's on a list.
No, if I'm on a list,
Thanks, buddy.
which is confirmed. If I'm on a list, all of you are on a list. Sorry.
And our U.S. commercial business.
Is
the
this why?
emerging
Is this why I
core-
had to be on the episode tonight, Crab?
Yeah, I'm trying to get you on.
It all makes sense now.
That was really what this was
No,
about.
really, it should be an accomplishment. It should be an accomplishment. If you're on the FBI watch list, you're doing something right. So
I'm pretty sure I've been on that list since after 9/11. But welcome to the game.
I mean, plenty of Muslims. Yeah, you're right about that. Like most.
Yeah.
Muslims,
She's like, this
It's
is
not
old
like I'm
news.
trying to spread Sharia law. or
You think
anything
you're
with
so
my
special,
podcast.
Greg.
I am trying to spread Sharia law in the United States. So come to my
Now you're on
house.
a double list.
I've broken 0 laws. So
By the way, guys, another bit of a tip. If If you're like anti-capitalist, you're kind of just a domestic terrorist now. Sorry. That's just canon now, so that's good.
Which is ironic because the US is a mixed, it's a mixed economy. It's actually socialism for the rich and capitalism for the poor. A lot of people don't know that.
That just late stage capitalism, really.
Yeah, it is, because like, oh no, nobody say, if someone says the word crony, I'm going to throw a fucking chair. Do not use that word in my presence. You are banned. It is harem.
Haram.
Haram, sorry. And our U.S. commercial business, the emerging core of Palantir and the seed of what an entire industry will become, perhaps the world's most dominant in the years to come, nearly doubled in 12 months, generating $306 million in revenue last year, representing a 93% increase from $159 million the year before.
This company is going to be $1 trillion company in like a year and a half.
It's going to be just the government. It already is. But for a startup, even only 1/1000th of our size, this growth rate would be a striking the talk of the town. For a business of our scale, however, it is. We continue to believe nearly without precedent or comparison. The software industry for years was judged by what many called the rule of 40. So for people who don't understand the rule of 40, what that entails is for if you like your software has to kill at least 40 Palestinian children. I'm pretty sure that's what the rule of 40 is. The joke there obviously being that they're using Palantir to...
He didn't know it, so he put it through ChatGPT, hence the second M dash.
Sir, a second M dash has hit the paragraph. The view that the sum of the rate of growth in the revenue generated by a compelling software firm plus its profit margin should be greater than 40%. Ours is now 94%.
Their profit margin is 94%. What? They're just printing money.
No,
pretty much.
They're like one of the most like highly profitable companies like this administration.
Oh my god.
They keep signing government contract after.
That's a good point. Weaponized news. They are using lavender here, same as in Gaza.
Gaza's the testing ground.
That is the testing ground.
Yeah.
Listen, if you don't have empathy for those people, and I got nothing but it for those people, but if you don't have empathy for those people, then at least understand that, like, if this is permitted to conclude, that's just another weapon in their tool chest, and they will use it against you. I promise you that. With continued execution and a focus on what matters and a near complete disinterest in what does not, we believe that Palantir will become the dominant software company of the future. And the market is now waking up to this reality. This is the most like forward, authoritative shareholders letter I think I've ever seen in my whole fucking life. This is not a normal one, y'all. The reasons for our increasingly precipitous rise are many, but principal among them is our willingness to foster an unapologetically specific culture. Within this artist colony of a company, a third M- has arrived. M-3.
Pathetic.
M-3, the return of Kiryu. To allow for plenty of friction and disagreement across a range of domains, yet remain unwaveringly committed to a set of values and an approach to building. It is this culture that gave rise to the ontology forward. Please tell me that isn't a fourth one. It's a fourth one, isn't it?
Yeah, this was all put through ChatGPT.
This piece of shit is such an asshole that he's like, I'm not even gonna write this myself. I'm just gonna be like, hey,
ChatGPT quoted him, not himself.
Oh, that would actually make sense.
Hey, ChatGPT, I'm a narcissistic psychopath, and I run Palantir, which is fast becoming like a vector for one world government. Can you write the shareholder letter? Certainly. Here's the shareholder letter, and it just spits out this Orwellian nonsense,
Mhm.
all of which have already changed the course of
And he
human.
thought it was cool to fucking share this. Like, he's like, this sounds good. People will be stoked on this.
I'm telling you, if there's one white pill I can give everybody for the future, if there's one like hope I can give everybody, if there's one thing that will be these people's downfall, it's their fucking hubris.
100%.
Because in the
100%.
past, it was always that. Always. The czars
Gotta make
did
them
not
scared to leave their houses.
listen. The czars did not know that shit was cooking for them back in the day. That's all I'm gonna say. Similarly, in the United States, the most consequential country in the West, what, not Canada? Oh, shucks. It is a culture that enables companies like ours to come into existence. And I'm going to say at this point, he also told ChatGPT, include as many M dashes as possible. Because this is fucking psychotic. We're on number 5. 5 M dashes. It must be protected. The United States is not and should not be permitted to become a soft compromise and amalgam of global values and tastes. A reticence or perhaps incapacity to pronounce or to prefer beyond the shallow and ritualistic shaming of others in the public sphere that masquerades as thought has had thoughts. Now I guess ChatGPT thought he was going to get into his feelings. A fuller statement of the causes and consequences of this reticence is set forth in the Technological Republic. In short, however, a tolerance of everything, a shallow embrace of all views and perspectives is equally valid, often and unfortunately devolves into a belief in nothing.
God.
That is the most fucking fascist shit
Yeah, this
I've
is just
read
like
in a long
an
time.
ode to fascism, dude. This is crazy.
We're already living in it, and people don't even realize how crazy.
I'm getting
This is a fucking crazy. This is really is good job, Snow, because this is a fucking unhinged report.
dude, I have the last boss music from Fallout 2 playing in my fucking head right now. This is how fascist this shit is. In the Abolition of Man,
Which one's the best Fallout, by the way?
yes, agreed. Fallout 2 was absolutely the best Fallout, followed by
Wait, you think Fallout 2
New Vegas.
Because I
New
thought
Vegas.
36 was the best.
You're just fucking listen, now we know you're fed. What the fuck? 76. God damn you.
Okay.
In The Abolishment of Man, published in 1943, C.S. Lewis warned us of men without chests, those who were never permitted an opportunity to develop an interior life of sentiment and emotion, of some devotion, indeed, and attachment to the inexplicable and perhaps indefensible.
What is he even
For
talking about?
For every one pupil, this is when the meth kicked in, who needs to be guarded from a weak excess of sensibility, there are 3 who need to be awakened from the slumber of cold vulgarity. Such men without chests promise to shepherd us forward, yet lack much substance and content, even a flicker of an animating worldview or belief structure other than their own self-preservation and advancement. They are little more than administrative caretakers who have been taught to fear belief and sentiment. It's more of a whole
fascist.
ode to fascism. Some claim to be part of a struggle, but their identity is often merely oppositional.
This is crazy. It's just crazy.
It's fucking psychotic. It's so insane that they're doing this openly is the part that scares me the most.
He's basically saying if you don't agree with us, you're you're one of the idiots. Like you're the one who's like everything you believe. If you have like a bone in your body that's like good natured, like no, you're on the wrong team. Like we need to fight you. Fall in line. Be with Palantir. This is crazy.
In the end, they are hollow and stand at a lonely distance from the world. That's how he ends his fucking shareholders.
Can you read that again? That scares me.
It is signature too.
In the end, they are hollow and stand at a lonely distance from the world. Guess who he's referring to? It's all of us. Just in case you didn't realize who this was speaking to. He's speaking to the rich man about the proles, the dirty proles. Signature forward-looking statements. This letter. Wait, did you include the part that ChatGPT wasn't? What? What is this? I didn't see this. What?
Oh, this is all the boilerplate to cover their asses. That's like,
Oh,
this does not actually reflect stock performance, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay, because I thought for a second it was that like weird summary ChatGPT gives you after it like breaks, it gives you like verbiage to use, and then it's like, why this works? Here's these words. So yeah, that's that. That's where we're at, everybody. The CEO
Can't wait to see
Palantir-
what his third quarter report's going to look like.
Exactly. His third quarter report's just going to be obey, consume, die. Just going to be that with the, the guy in the suit with the skeletal. We all know what I'm talking about. The obey, consume, die thing. It's just going to be that with some cryptic like PS check your email winky face or something. It's going to be some insanity on that level. Anyway, I'm 15 minutes over hard stop, so I'm going to call it here. If everybody else wants to keep going, I know we had more to cover. That's great. Otherwise, I a bunch of other stuff we had to get to, but thanks to the federal government
For messing us up, yeah.
Yeah, they threw us all off our game.
Like Epstein stuff. If you have like 10, 15 more minutes, can you do
15
that?
more minutes.
And I'll get into like Ghislaine Maxwell and I'll run through it real quick.
If anyone is watching for geopolitics, that will happen one day.
Yeah.
Day.
So Chris
We'll
and Hina, I think, are gonna have their own thing going on.
Yeah.
On Prolepilled.
On
Pakistan, India. But
yeah, get into the Epstein stuff. I need to give myself a quick break though. I need some late night cheese.
Since we are tomorrow's news today, I am making the prediction here now that Trump within the next 2 years, at maximum 2 years, will pardon Ghislaine Maxwell. And I think we've had enough evidence at this point to understand that this is the direction where it's heading, because we have Trump out here saying, I'm allowed to pardon Ghislaine Maxwell. Like, I can do it if I want to. Like, just listen to this stuff.
I just wish her well, frankly. I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach, and I guess they lived in Palm Beach. But I wish her well.
Yeah, I wish her well. I'd wish you well. I'd wish a lot of people well. Good luck.
Pardon for who?
For Ghislaine Maxwell.
Well, I'm allowed to give her a pardon.
Is clemency on the table for her in exchange for testimony?
I'm allowed to do it. I'm allowed to do it.
That's 3 times he said that I'm allowed to pardon Ghislaine Maxwell. Like, bro, we know that you're allowed to because you're the fucking president. We know that. Like, it's not a matter of why you can do it. It's a matter of why would you do it? Because there's literally federal charges pressed against her, and for some reason we're just giving her a pass. So much so that now we have open like conservative networks. There's probably someone needs to check this guy's hard drive, Greg Kelly of Newsmax, because now we're just openly calling Ghislaine Maxwell innocent and a victim.
And she's also been subpoenaed by the Oversight Committee. I think this is great. I do have a feeling that she just might be a victim. She just might be. There was a rush to judgment. There was a lot of chaos there for a while.
What?
All right. Granted, she hung out with Jeffrey Epstein, and I know that's really not good.
Get the fuck out of here.
And she's also been...
Holy shit.
It's more than just not good, dude. You can't just be like, oh yeah, I know she was involved with Jeffrey Epstein, but like, come on, guys. Like,
and I know
just hung out with him.
Apparently not good.
It's not just not good.
But she's in jail, and she's also been...
Wow.
You know what? I'm gonna...
President Trump among anybody in the country really in public office, he would talk about Ashley Babbitt. Do you remember that?
Oh
And
my
he
God.
gained nothing.
Oh
Really.
no.
This guy's hard drive immediately.
Invoking Ashley Babbitt to gaslight
Politically,
people
from
on
talking
Ghislaine
about that.
Maxwell. Incredible.
I mean, he scored points with me and those who know the truth about Ashley Babbitt, but there are a lot of folks, Republicans even, a lot of folks did not want to talk about January 6th. He did. He did. It reminds me of the kind of this, has the same feel. Ghislaine Maxwell, he would talk about.
What?
He did it in a certain way. Now, folks, I know people are
I'm
horrified
sorry.
when I say
I'm
there's a
sorry. I'm calling
possibility that
Cap.
this individual just might be innocent.
Yeah, that guy's hard
But
drive
think
needs
about
to be
it.
seized
Who's told us
immediately.
about her? The most reviled institutions in America, right? The media and the Biden Justice Department, right? They did the heavy lifting on this stuff.
And so this comes right after she's getting these special deals with the DOJ and appearing with this mysterious white box after talking to U.S. Deputy General Todd Blanche. The only outcome I can see from these talks is a presidential pardon, because she's clearly trying to get her ass out of there. She's trying to get clemency in any sort of like break that she can get.
This is video of Maxwell returning to prison just moments after meeting with Trump's Deputy Attorney General. And you can see her there. Actually, if you look closely, she's carrying a box of material. Now, Maxwell's attorney says she was forthcoming with every question that Trump's team threw at her today.
Yeah. Hey, how are you doing today?
This is video of Maxwell returning to prison just moments after meeting with.
Get enough
So
food?
she's talking to the U.S. Deputy General of the FBI, and she's getting moved, and she's getting unheard of special treatment by moving to like a country.
But this comes as, according to the Bureau of Prisons regulations, inmates who are designated as sex offenders, as Ghislaine Maxwell is, usually aren't eligible for the kind of upgrade that she just got. Yes, it is prison, but there is a difference here, and you can see when it comes to what these prisons are like and what the facilities are, and also what the restrictions are like. Ghislaine Maxwell now has more freedom of movement, limited security fencing, and is now being housed with non-violent inmates.
Yeah, this
Her
is
new dorm
actually why I
mates,
think
for
she's
example,
going to get off
include
before she gets
the
pardoned.
famed Notorious founder Elizabeth Holmes, and also the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City star Jen Shaw.
Holmes.
Each of them are
Another
serving
fucking
time
scam
for
artist.
fraud at the new facility, where you're going to see Maxwell now fulfilling her sentence. And it's a move that blindsided the family of Virginia Roberts Giuffre, whom the president says Jeffrey Epstein, quote, stole from Mar-a-Lago when she was working there as a spa attendant as a teenage girl back in the year 2000, when she was first approached by Ghislaine Maxwell.
And so she is getting she's getting special. It is a special preference, according to the Independent. She's
Okay.
quietly moved to the low
that's
security
fine.
federal prison. That doesn't have barbed wire, towering fences. Experts say that someone
Surveillance.
gave special treatment to Maxwell that, to my knowledge, no other inmate currently in the Federal Bureau of Prisons has received. So
Mossad.
it's a country club, Hood said, of the Texas prison camp. Inmates, if they have a sex offense, are not going to a place like that, period. It's truly unheard of. She is literally getting
a little bit of a, but a thing about that, sex offenders actually get more protection in prison than any other inmates.
which is
This
crazy.
is kind of crazy. Yeah.
It is being described as a country club, and no one with those kind of charges are getting this kind of treatment. But somehow she is getting special treatment from someone. We don't know who. But
Hey, this is probably completely unrelated, but like, what did her dad do for a living? Was he like a carpenter or?
Maxwell.
I believe he was a Mossad agent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was Mossad.
So who is this someone giving special treatment? Well, here's Trump contradicting himself, saying he has no knowledge of this supposed transfer.
President Trump, two questions for you. One, were you aware of and did you personally approve the prison transfer for Ghislaine Maxwell that your Justice Department?
I didn't know about it at all. No, I read about it just like you did.
And do you believe that she is
It's not a very uncommon thing.
Do you believe that she's
What?
credible
Moses
to be
Base is
listening
so
to your
stupid.
Deputy Attorney General sat down with her?
He has so much contempt.
Well, let me tell you, he's a very talented man. His name is Todd Blanche. He's a very legitimate person, very high, I just a very highly thought of person, respected by everybody.
You know he's a
And,
douchebag.
I didn't talk to him about it, but I will tell you that whatever he asked would be totally appropriate, and it's not an uncommon thing to do that. And I think he probably wants to make sure that, people that should not be involved or aren't involved are not hurt by something that would be very, very unfortunate, very unfair to a lot of people. But I will say this, Todd Blanche is one of the most highly respected people you'll ever meet. So I know this. I didn't discuss it with him, but anything he talked about with her or the fact that he did that, not unusual, number one, and most importantly is something that would be totally above board.
What did he just say?
He is literally admitting to witness tampering. That's literally what's happening here. They're literally saying out in the open, yes, we are giving special treatment to one of the largest child sex trafficking networks in the world, or at least the ones that are known.
Yeah, Mastermind. I'm gonna.
Yeah, are we still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
No, Mastermind. I'm gonna. Sorry.
And I didn't
pause
talk to him
for
about
1
it,
sec.
but I will tell you that whatever he asked would be totally appropriate, and it's not an uncommon thing to do that. And I think he probably wants to make sure that, people that should not be involved or aren't involved are not hurt by something that would be very, very unfortunate, very unfair to a lot of people. But I will say this, Todd Blanche is one of the most highly respected people you'll ever meet. So I know this. I didn't discuss it with him, but anything he talked about with her or the fact that he did that, not unusual, number one, and most importantly is something that would be totally above board. I just a very highly thought of person, respected.
And so now, U.S. Deputy Todd Blanche is, considering releasing the full transcript of the interview that they had with Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell herself is against it, saying that it was hearsay laden in the grand jury testimony. There's multiple congressmen who are, fighting for this. Even the New York court slammed shut the Ghislaine Maxwell's plea to review the Epstein grand jury transcript before they were unsealed. Again, she's calling them hearsay laden, saying that it is reckless release sacrifices of her privacy and legal rights to satisfy the public's morbid curiosity. Meanwhile, within, we did get a few leaks from these this supposed transcript, and she's clearing Trump's name. So do you see the game that's being played here? So among all this Epstein saga, among all the hysteria, which is a huge betrayal to the MAGA base, what's happening now is that they're giving her special treatment. They're moving her to a nice prison that is basically a country club, quote unquote. And so the favor that she's returning is that she's clearing Trump of any sort of wrongdoing whatsoever. And this is the direction that we're heading. If you can't see it now, and again, we're tomorrow's news today. Ghislaine Maxwell, Miss Sex Trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell will receive a pardon. Mark my words, within the next 2 years, Ghislaine Maxwell will receive a pardon from Donald Trump. Mark my words. All the signs are pointing in that direction. And if it didn't hit you home enough, here is Trump with Maxwell in 1989, former Mossad agent, known for his blackmail agent tendencies. And this is where we're at. We're literally can you imagine being a Q-tard for the last decade or more, the last dozen years, thinking that Trump was going to arrest all of these pedophiles, only for him to pardon Ghislaine Maxwell. Like, how big of a fuck you is that?
That's Kino. I'm gonna make. Can I piggyback off your prediction? Make a prediction of my own.
I think he's gonna pardon Diddy too.
Most likely, I think that you are going to see nothing like. You are going to see repeated attempts by the Trump administration and by the like larger MAGA like wellness company sort of like bubble. They're going to keep like reintroducing this pain point because they've identified that this is pretty much sinking Donald Trump. You're already seeing a large portion of his base turning on him. I'm going to make my own prediction that by this time next year, the entire MAGA sphere will pretty much regard Donald Trump in the same way that like everybody regarded Joe Biden. That's going to be my prediction.
Yeah, no,
that's
I see
because, as we've said here before, they don't want to, Palantir, Peter Thiel, all these billionaires.
That's just really running the government right now. That's who's actually running the government.
They don't want Donald Trump. What they want is a perfect administrator who can talk to the people. Vance.
Well, they're already talking about. Did you see the videos of Trump like recommending?
Yep,
Vance?
he already recommended it. Vance and Marco Rubio, which like, why don't you just recommend?
I think that's probably even worse than JD Vance in some way.
Like at this point, why don't you just recommend like BB himself for president?
Just make Netanyahu.
I'm sorry,
well, and that's kind of what I'm thinking. It all comes across to me like they're Trump, that Newsmax guy. Like Israel got to every single one of these fuckers and is like, we're losing the freaking game. We need to freaking start getting more compromise over again. You're gonna release Ghislaine. We're gonna put her back to work. Like this just reeks of like Israel and Mossad influence, and that they're really digging deep, and that they have compromise on all these demons, and they're just like playing that card. And it's like time to freaking.
I genuinely think that whether Trump was president or not, whether Netanyahu was like in power or not, the exact same stuff would be going on. I think they're puppets of empire. I don't think they're empire itself. That's how I genuinely
of course, but
Agreed.
you have to understand it's like I feel like the mistake a lot of people make is they think like, oh, the politicians are in charge. It's like, no, the billionaires are in charge. They've always been in charge. They have been in charge since capitalism. But what they do is, first off, Israel, again, I'll say it forever, they ask America for permission before they do any of this shit. And yes, that includes Gaza. So if you're not mad at America as much as you are at Israel, you should be. Because green light is coming from the heart of empire.
Israel is a U.S. colony, in my opinion. So I think everything always ties back to America. Israel,
it's military base.
100%.
It's an aircraft carrier in the Middle East.
But they need to keep the politicians in line. So how do you do that? Well, what if we had this super advanced like intelligence agency that could kind of just make sure everybody stays in line? If we don't keep them in line with money, AIPAC, then we keep them in line with pedophilia, which is something I thought as a kid I would never get understanding about the human race.
I just want to throw out something.
By the way, she has a copy of the phase 1, quote unquote, like Epstein files that were like that freak show, that fake.
Yeah, that's the other weird thing. She went to jail for files that Trump is saying don't exist.
It's
now
weird.
She's getting pardoned. But hey, I just want to throw this out here really quick. I've been reading on Spaces.
Her dad's a Mossad agent. Like that is literally. Yeah. And at some point, you have to question the true power of the United States over Israel because of how blackmailed they really are. And I'm not saying, now I'm, I know we talked about like having like a debate about this, but like now I'm like more so leaning on the side of like America does control Israel because
so I win is what I heard. Okay, thank you. Go on.
No, I would say that, and I think I think there is a blackmail factor here that does play a significant role that I don't think is worth downplaying. I think there is compromise. that is involved, and like I don't think that's like by accident or like on clearly there's some foreign policy detriment.
Well, did you guys see that there was pictures? I guess they went into Epstein's house and they found a bunch of pictures of him with like a lot of like the politicians and kings or whatever from the Gulf states. But any of the politicians that we've been told we should be taken out of power, they were not found.
The New York Times released a photo of him.
Oh yeah, I saw some of that.
I could pull that up.
Guys, I am reading One Nation Under Blackmail in Spaces once a week on Saturdays, 1 p.m. Pacific. So if you want to join, follow me on Twitter.
Part 2. This part 2.
I'm going through all of it.
Well
I'm starting with part 1. It's just started last chapter last week, so we're going through all of it. Had a pretty good turnout last week,
I
definitely
want to do some live readings on here.
Dude, it's cool. We had like a really good discussion for about 2 hours at the end of it, but like, yeah, it's really important stuff. All these demons are gaslighting us about all this crap. We should be pretty informed about it.
No,
yeah, so
agreed.
I've read both. I will say that part 2 is a lot better than part 1, and that's not because of the writing style, just because part 1 has a lot
of backstory.
Background. Yeah, it's the backstory with like the prohibition movement and like Mayor Lansky and his ties to like the Italian/Jewish mob that like kind of controlled America for like since at least like the 1930s, and that's like kind of like where you see like the formation between mafia and state come together. And then part 2 is where all the juicy stuff comes in with Epstein. So.
Yeah.
Well,
no, I liked it too.
Space on Tuesday at 2 p.m. It has nothing to do with geopolitics.
Now we're doing plugs.
And we're going to be discussing gender wars because if I don't work out in geopolitics, I'm going to become a dating coach. Thanks.
Oh, okay. Those gender wars. Okay, that's better than.
We could have a dating podcast soon. Let us know.
Well, I mean, you guys never let me get to geopolitics. I put it on all over my like social media. Hey guys, tune in. We're going to be going over trade deals, tariffs. We're going to be going over the oil reserves. We never get to it. So yes, if we don't talk about this entire situation on the next episode, Hina is going to have her own dating segment on Prolepilled.
Okay.
Let us know if you'd be down for that, like a dating podcast.
Oh, also, aren't you guys? Are you guys?
If you want to do a dating episode,
and I think Greg needs Crab needs his own, where he's basically going to be discussing like whatever he didn't get out in therapy, apparently, because that's what this episode
was. This was one large trauma. I'm just going to rename this to trauma dump.
I literally, before this episode, I told everyone to take their meds. I don't know if anyone listened, but
the only meds I take is revolutionary optimism. Okay.
Ooh,
that's the only. Well, like, I feel like everyone on the far left is like eternally stuck between being like, if I make a video game reference, between being like Stefan the Last Communist and the deserter from Disco Elysium. It's like you're either like super optimistic or you're just fucking black-pilled to the point and you're just vacillating between two of them. I feel like that's the experience. Anyway, don't you folks have a geopolitics thing you're doing soon? I think tomorrow. Were you doing?
No, probably next week.
Probably next week to prep a little bit.
Okay.
And if it doesn't happen, it'll turn into a dating segment. I'm saying this right now.
No, like if real talk, any days that you want to do like straight up geopolitics, first off, I'd love to learn more. But second off, like let's just schedule them. Because you're right.
So we'll be doing geopolitics, and then if the audience wants, we'll be doing dating with Lotus.
You're more excited about that one than the geopolitics.
I never get to, because literally on my Instagram, right? I'll put like, what questions does everyone have? I'm going to be going over the tariffs on India. We're going to be discussing the oil reserves in Pakistan, whatever. And I get like this long list of like questions, and then we never get to it. And I'm just like, Sorry, guys. Next episode. But then I feel like if I was like, hey, guys, I'm actually doing a dating show or like dating advice, I feel like I would probably have 5,300 followers.
You would, because that stuff is like relatable to everybody, right? No, it would be. It's relatable to everybody. It's just
or
like.
Could we? Could we do dating with Prolepilled?
That's okay.
Well, I'm married, so I don't know what I'm gonna. Maybe share
You
my
would be the
advice on
married
how I got
perspective.
married.
You would be the married perspective.
Yeah, that actually makes sense because it's
You'd
like
be
I would
like,
be.
hey, I actually made it to the finish line. Don't listen to anyone else.
Actually, no, that's perfect because then I could be like, no, you guys are all single, so you're, you know.
He's also got the psychology behind him, so.
I think the psychology would actually be a lot more applicable because I've helped a lot of like people in relationships with the psychology part because it's like some people don't understand what gaslighting is. A lot of people don't understand what Darvo is. A lot of people don't understand like just the little things like emotional invalidation. Like why, for example, what is the one thing you don't say to a person if they're upset?
Yeah, it's like, hey,
Someone
calm
say
down.
It. Calm
Just
down.
relax.
You know why that is? It's because saying the words calm down, what you are doing is you are invalidating their emotions. That's why everybody gets pissed off at that. Because what you should be saying in that moment when someone's upset, because, you know, especially if they grew up with like narcissistic parents, like they're already going to have a complicated relationship with their own feelings. You say something little like, no, totally get it. Or like, yeah, man, fuck, that's rough.
We can just gaslight him again. I'm sorry you feel that way.
Yeah, exactly. You could Donald Trump them and just be like, "Are we still talking about your feelings?"
Are you still talking about Epstein?
Yeah, just say that because it's completely unrelated. Like it's completely different topic. Be like, "Are you still talking about Epstein?"
Wait, like imagine like your like wife is pissed at you over something, or like not taking,
and you're
not cleaning out the dishes or something, and you're just like, are you still talking about Epstein? You're still.
No, I think it'd be like the dishes don't exist. What are you talking about? There are no dishes. There are absolutely no dishes.
Listen, the dishes are on my desk.
The dishes never existed. Why would I say I did them?
The dishes are on my desk. Okay? Okay, sweaty.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
I should probably head.
I gotta go too. Now.
Okay. Well, we plugged all our stuff. I'm gonna. Do you have? I'll bring it up. Fuck it.
Thanks for everybody for coming back after whoever the mole was in our chat shut it down the first time.
I'd like to blame. I would like to
say hi to your FBI agent. Hey,
it was either listen.
I think I'm better in one of the chats I'm in right now.
It was Mike Pompeo because the moment you said his name, everything just
Well, yeah, because he probably texted someone like fuck. Anyway, LinkedIn Prolepilled, where you can find us. YouTube, we are pretty much Prolepilled everywhere. So anywhere you go at Prolepilled, it's gonna work. If you want breaking news, as in breaking, as in my body and ass is ready for this, hit up our Telegram. Follow the host.
I am reposting breaking news over there frequently on a daily basis.
Which is probably why.
You guys have your Telegram on that?
Yeah.
Oh wait, you need to pull up our accounts too.
Oh yeah,
not
that's
on
right.
The main page.
We gotta fix that crab, by the way. Just saying.
Okay.
Just saying. Okay.
Putting Chris and Hina in there.
Hina at the top.
Hina.
Let it go to her head.
Hina loot us. Hina loot us, I think it's pronounced. Please follow Hina Lotus at here at Intrepid Lotus.
Get me to 3,200 so I can be a micro influencer and do brand deals with politicians.
Can you imagine if she actually admitted, like, hey, so I'm fucking with Mike Pompeo now, so I'm gonna dip. Like,
Yeah, sorry guys, on the greener pastures.
by the way, I was the one who shut down your stream, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Anyway, follow Bread and Circuses. He's now just Bread. I believe the A stands for anarcho-capitalism. I think that's what the
Yeah,
A
that's what it
stands
is. No, it's just like I started doing the spaces and
Mm.
everybody just calls me Bread, so I just like chopped off the N Circuses part and I'm like, okay, I can go with this.
You know what? I could probably rock just Snow too. Because, like, who's Snow? Nobody is Snow. You don't hear, like, someone named Snow in, like, any popular sphere. I could just be Snow.
And if you want to know what's going on with fascist group chats on Twitter, let Brett and I know. We have all the insider scoop,
Dude,
apparently.
the most unhinged shit. We're pretty sure it's a Fed op, but
There's no way it's real. No, tell them who's in the group chat.
Is Hazel-Dean in the group chat?
It's all crazy fascists. It's
no,
just like weirdo,
literally the
racist.
IDF, the official IDF account is in there.
Oh yeah, Khamenei's in it.
Oh, so the actual okay, so it's just like it's just the new Nazis. That's good.
Most unhinged people just it has to be Fed stuff because like I have a hard time believing that people actually think like this and just like run their mouths with the most. I can't. We'll have to show people screenshots.
Someone was like, "Sorry, I only talk to Pakistanis with green eyes." I was like, "Oh, my bad. I'm not planning on infiltrating your bloodline. You're pretty ugly, regardless of what race you are. But thanks."
Jesus Christ. Hold on. Wait, hold on. If you're over 35, check. You know the song Informer by Canadian
course I know
rappers?
that song.
Yes.
Wait, there's a Canadian rapper named Snow. Oh,
wait, you don't know this song, Snow?
No.
Informer, ba ba da 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 da, ba ba boom boom, yeah. Like,
Well, no, because being Canadian, I listen to good Canadian music. You know, like Nickelback.
it was like a top 40.
He was like
or whatever
this.
back
He
in
was
the
like
day.
this white guy with a Jamaican accent. Like, I mean, what?
Snow? Do you mean Snow?
One hit
Patrol?
wonder. No, it was Snow. One hit wonder.
Okay.
You'll recognize it once you play it.
Do you guys know the Tragically Hip? Oh, oof. That sucks.
Crickets.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do have to run
the second time around.
Yeah,
Mastermind. Go see the White House counselor.
Time.
Yeah, Crab has to go to bed. He gets cranky and just starts, shitting and farting when he doesn't get his sleep. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I still got a lot of shit to cover, so I might go live tomorrow or the next day, one or the other. Anyway, if anyone else wants to join me,
Hina and I will be posting something up pretty quick once we kind of figure out a schedule for like a geopolitics segment. Try and keep that consistent.
And this will be kind of more like historical in nature, and then kind of leading up to current events and not just current events itself. So it'll kind of give like the backstory on how we got to the sanctions and the proxy wars and the genocide and things like that.
Yep. All right. Anyway, guys, have a great night. And remember, you don't hate the weekdays. You just hate capitalism. Good night, everybody.
He just dipped without closing the stream.
He's dead.
Still alive.
I like that we're still alive. He's funny.
Gets crabby. I do get crabby.
All
right. Good night, guys.
Cool. Good night, everybody. Okay, is that what's happening?
Bye. Have a good night.
Night, everybody.